Randy. I appreciate the introduction. Senator Garber, it's good to see you again, right here, my friend. Senator Garber and I go way back. I used to work for the senator in his first term, and I appreciate everything that I learned. One of the things I really learned from the senator is that everything we do has to have purpose, has to have meaning. That we don't just do just for the sake of doing, that everything has to be done for the right reason and the right way. And that's why AstraZeneca is so happy to be here today, because PDUFA allows us to continue to do that very thing, to do things the right way. Many of us are aware that PDUFA has been around since 1992. I wasn't aware. But as I continue to learn about PDUFA, it has allowed us to make sure that we had the right medicines for the right diseases. And over that period of 20 years, over 1,500 new medicines were created to support and address disease states such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and neurological disorders. The passage of PDUFA is very essential for us to continue that effort of identifying new medicines and new innovations. This act will also make sure that we're consistent, that the federal government and the pharmaceutical companies and others are consistent and timely and transparent in all of our drug review processes. Senator Garber, we also are very supportive and thankful of you for the work you've done with another program that falls underneath PDUFA. And there's an acronym that goes with that. It's called GAIN Act. And it's generating antibiotic incentives now. That provides additional incentives to research-based biopharmaceutical companies for the development of new antibiotics. AstraZeneca is one of only a few companies that continue to be actively engaged in the research and development of antibiotics. And as such, the inclusion of GAIN in PDUFA was a top priority for us. There's also some other things that need to be mentioned about PDUFA as well. It is important to mention that within the PDUFA Act, there are two other acts that were invented. The Best Pharmaceuticals for Children's Act and the Pediatric Research Equity Act. Both of these acts were reauthorized and made permanent in PDUFA 5. This permanency creates certainty for manufacturers and helps advance our collective understanding about the use of certain kinds of medicines in children. Thanks to the Best Pharmaceuticals for Children's Act and the Pediatric Research Act, providers today have much more information about the safety and efficacy, as well as dosing, of many medicines used to treat children. AstraZeneca hopes that the passage of PDUFA will continue to lead for more efficient, predictable, transparent, and well-coordinated drug review process within FDA, while strengthening the scientific base at the agency, supporting patient safety and promoting innovation. Again, we thank you, Senator Garber, for your leadership. We thank Congressman Carney and Senator Coons for all the work you do, not just for this particular act, but for Delawareans as a whole. Now it gives me pleasure to introduce Teresa Hunt, the Executive Director of the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation in Pennsylvania and Delaware.